Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. So in this tutorial, we're going to be learning how to use the group by clause in SQL. So a group by clause is used to group data into categories based on a specific column. So the group by returns one row for each unique value or each unique group on which you group the data basing on. So for example, if you group the customers by the country in which they come from, then it's going to return to us only the unique countries with from our table basically. So if there are 10 countries, it's going to return to us all those 10. It's going to group the customers based on those 10 countries and then return to us those 10 specific countries. And that's how group by can be used. Think thought of as a simple use case. We have other use cases and I'll explain them to you. So let's just jump into the code and then from there you can learn better. So let me just go in here. So once I'm in here, what I want to go ahead and do is just simply go ahead and say select, and I'm going to go ahead and select let me just say select everything from the customer table. So from the customers table. Yeah, so I want to select everything from the customers table, and I'm just going to go ahead and run this code. So if I run this code, you can see we have all the columns from there. So if I scroll here, you can see we have country right here. Country. Let me see if I can get the country from the customers table. Let me see country. Yeah, we have the countries right here. So let me say that I want to group by the countries. I want to return all the unique countries from here. So one we can do is just by thinking of using the distinct clause, and you look at that in the last previous tutorials. Another way we can also do it is just group all this data by country and then simply return the countries, right? So let's group by the country and then simply return the country. Okay, so this is group by, you're going to group by country just like that, and here we want to go ahead and return country. So once I go ahead and run this query, so we run the query, now you can see we have all the unique countries right here. So you can also think of group by can also be used in some cases as kind of like distinct, right? So to select only unique values. But that's not the main use of a group by in a select statement, right? That's not the use of a group by clause in a select statement. That's not the main use. There are other uses of it. Okay. So let me just show you other uses of it. So you can also be used with aggregated values. So we want to group by the customers. We want to group them by the customer number and see how much each customer paid us. So let's go into the payments table and let's look into the payments table. You can see we have the customer number, and you can see the customer number is duplicated. Sometimes it can be duplicated, right? So you can see some customers have appeared in the payments table more than twice, means that they have made more than two payments to the business. So how can you find the total payments that each customer made, right? So you can group by the number, you can group by the customer number, and then find the sum of how much he paid. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're just going to go ahead and say select everything. So we're going to select let's say select customer number. So it's going to be customer number, right? The customer number. So select the customer number from the payments table. So payments, and for now we're going to remove this group by. Okay, or we can even leave it right there and use a comment. So let me just introduce you to comment. So to make a comment in MySQL or yeah, SQL, you can just use dot just like this for sorry hyphen and not dot hyphen space, and then write whatever you want, just a comment. And now we can create a comment is by using the asterisk just like this as also a comment, just like we do in Python, right? So yeah, so I'm just going to use this, and if I go ahead and run this query, let's see what we get. So we get back an error right here, customer doesn't exist. So this is actually payments. I actually forget the S. So payments, run that. You can see we have all the customers right here. So now what I want to do, I want to group by the each customer number. So I'm going to go ahead and simply remove this right here and then group by the customer number. So I'm going to go ahead and select, copy this, and just simply paste it right here. So I'm going to group by the customer number, and if I run the query, now you can see each customer number appears only one, right? So we are grouping by each customer number. So if you group by the first customer number, which is 103, I want to get a sum of all the amounts that you have paid to the business. So if I go here, you see the amounts. I want to get a sum of all these amounts, 1, 2, 3, which is made by customer 103. So I want to get a sum of all these values. So to do that, I can just go ahead and simply say I want the customer number, comma, and then I can say the sum, which is another built-in function. And again, sum, you can just go in here and pass in the value, which basically you want the sum of the amount column. So amount, just like that, and run that. So that's basically, so if I run this, return to us the customer number along with the total of the amount he paid out. So if I run this, you can see we have the customer 103, and this is the total of the amount which he paid out, which is the sum of these three values, 1, 2, 3. And if you add them up, you can even take a calculator, pause the video, and add these numbers up. You get back this value right here. So yeah, that's basically how we can another use of group by with aggregate methods, and that's mostly what I've seen. That's like the common most use of group by used with aggregate methods. Okay, so if you group by something, then the group by the group by mostly comes from in here must be also be part of here. Okay, so if you group by something, it's not every column that you can select. Okay, so be careful when using group by. So that's one easy way of using group by. And one thing you can notice is that this column has the name as this statement right here. Now this is not really good. Maybe you want to actually give it a good name, so you can just simply say, you can use the as and then simply give it a name. So you can say total payment, just like that. So now if you run it now, is the name should be total payment. So if I run it, you can see now we have total payment as the name instead of the statement itself. Okay, so that's how you can rename a column. So you can select even the customer number as let's say you want to select the customer number as let's say c customer cn customer number. So if I run the code again, now it should be cn instead of customer number. So that's basically how you can rename columns. Okay, so yeah, that's how you can rename columns. Yeah, so that's basically we have group by the customer. So let's try to practice more. Let's see which customer made the most payment. So you can go ahead and simply say order by, and let's say order by, and you can order by the total payment that was made. So you can simply say copy and then simply paste this here, because you are grouping by the customer getting the sum of total payments made by each customer. So you want to order by the total payment. So this is going to be in ascending order. I want it to be in descending order. So like this. So this return to me the customer that had the most payments going downwards, right? So if I run the code again, yeah, so this is the customer that has the most payment, that has made the most total payments, and it decreases as we go along. So this is a customer that has made the most total payments to our business, which is customer 141. So you can decide, maybe, hey, yeah, we could give this customer a discount or something like that. So basically, yeah, that's how you can use group by something, and you can apply aggregate methods. Group by can also be dealt of as distinct. It can also be used as distinct in some cases. Yeah, so one thing, let's go back the slide. Let me just show you something I want to explain to you from the slide. So yeah, you can see the order in which you wrote our code, right? So we went by select, from, group by, and then order by. So can you use order by before group by? Is that really possible? So if I copy that, let me just control yeah, let me just cut this part out. Let me just select this, cut it out. Let me just undo, yeah, get back there. So once I have this, I'm going to simply copy this right here, cut it out, and can I use this right here? Is it going to work? And you can see we have an error right there, right? So this query doesn't really belong. Group by is not a valid at this position, so it was expecting a semicolon. This is because of the order of execution that is within MySQL. Okay, so if not only MySQL, there's all SQL. So the way it's ordered, it goes is from the from is executed first, and then the where is executed, and then the group by, and then the select, and then finally we have distinct. Group by, distinct can also be selected, and then we have group by, and then finally limit. So this is the order in which SQL executes code. So you cannot use order by before group by, right? Order by comes or group by comes after ordering the stuff. So you order first, you do whatever aggregate methods you want to apply on the ordered value, and then you order by sorry, whatever aggregate value you want to apply by the group value, and then finally you order by something. So it goes from where, group by, select, distinct, order by, and then finally we have the limit. Okay, so that's basically how we can, and then after limit you have offset, right? You can do offset after the limit. So if we look at offset now, our previous row. So this is the order of execution, and that's is for this reason you cannot have order by before. You cannot have order by before. Sorry, yeah, before group by. You have to have it after group by, because that's the order of execution. So yeah, that's basically it, and that's why we should keep here order by. So if you want to have any question, just go ahead and look at this diagram: the from, the where, the group by, the select, the distinct, the order by, and then limit. After that, you have also offsets and other things follow along. So that's basically the order of execution, and it's very, very important to put this in mind, right? You don't write something before something, because it's the order of execution. Yeah, so that's all for this tutorial. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. I'll do my best to get back to you. Again, you need to practice, you need to practice, you need to practice. The best way to learn something is by practicing. So in this, I have this assignment for you. Print the total payments made on each day from the payments table. So if you look at the payments table, we have the date column. So if I go here, you can see we have the date column. So group by the date, and then find the total, the sum of all the payments made based on the day, right? So that's basically the assignment for this video. Again, if you want to read more or on built-in function in MySQL, you can read this link right here. I'm going to leave this link in the description of the video. So yeah, again, to find the solution to this assignment, the link is going to be in the description. Just click on the link in the description. It's going to take you to a SQL file where you can find the solution to this question right here, in case you're having any trouble. But make sure you practice before revealing the question, because that's the best way to learn. Yeah, so guys, thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Keep safe.